Hey, Jim, brothers. Sorry, we're
How
late.
y'all?
What up? What up?
What up, brothers?
Link's gone missing.
Good to have you, Scarpad. Good to have you, Vern, aka Blood Splatter Chatter, and Missing Link as always. Thanks for joining
He's
me.
missing.
Missing link is missing. Perfect. He's on brand.
There he is.
There he is.
The missing link has been found.
I love it. I love it.
You thought you were missing there?
Fable was stuck at the mall right now, so he wasn't able to make it back. I guess he got stuck there longer than he thought.
I think he's just heard me mention to him enough times how awkward this movie is that he was like, I'll dip out.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Well, good.
This is about Aunt May from the Spider-Man series, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aunt May.
Oh, fuck.
Her-
That's not the movie I watched.
Her earlier years as a young, shy, promiscuous woman.
Yeah.
Bruno is probably the only one with that video there.
Yeah. This is a
Look
rarity
far and
right
wide
here.
for it, man. You can't find that.
I have the physical media. Scarpad and Dylan. Somehow.
Even the pirates don't want to put that on the fucking pirate sites.
I was happy to get it, dude. It was like $10, man.
It's on Tubi.
Did you get it off of Amazon?
Yeah.
I wasn't watching it off freaking TV. I gotta pick up the Blu-ray. I don't, or the DVD. I don't think it's bad or anything. But
They never made a Blu-ray. If you look on
they never made a
IMDb
Blu-ray?
list, I think there were
I can
like
see
35 horror movies made in 2002, and I saw this ranked as number 34. I'm like, fuck it.
I believe it, bro. I was like, oh shit, Anna Faris was in this, bro.
This is
I didn't know
this
she
is
was
the
in
movie you
this.
watch when you can't get the other 34.
Hey, I enjoyed it more so maybe the first time, but I still enjoy it. Dylan, you'd seen it before, right? Are you the only other one that had seen the movie?
I believe so.
And what'd you just see it on Shudder or something?
Shudder and Tubi, I believe. I think I just randomly watched it on Tubi once when I used to go through like a rabbit hole of Tubi stuff.
Right.
I really didn't care about the commercials.
Yo, speaking of, they've got some quality stuff on there, bro.
They really do, yeah.
Man,
It's amazing.
for commercials, I could give a fuck. You
Watching
know,
that
it's
same Cialis commercial, man, makes me want to rip my eyes out.
I give no fuck about the commercials because there's
Yeah.
so few that you.
Yeah.
Oh, I can
Yeah, it's not
grab my phone and look at the phone for you know.
right.
What I mean? I kind of enjoy
Right.
it. I don't mind it at all. And you're right, man. Tubi has an amazing selection. It's
for
ridiculous.
being free.
Yeah.
Like, come on now, that's kind of wild.
Pluto's in a similar boat, right? They're
Yep.
the other kind of big one. Dude, okay, Dylan, can we just begin by me explaining why we all watch this movie?
Yeah.
I'd start there. Okay. Now, we're doing some kind of like cruise, something similar to Cruise Choice this month. But let me
Yeah.
make it clear, I wasn't set up in a situation like, hey, Verno, we're doing Cruise Choice, pick a movie, any movie. And I was like, we got to watch May. This was just a movie that I happened to watch like 4 months ago. And I was like, Dylan, have you seen this? It was fucking crazy. Like, that's really it. So it's not like I was like, this is my one movie we have to watch.
And it was May 1st.
I
so
just
it's
thought
kinda-
you threw this out
Right.
when I asked you if there was a pick you had.
No, 100%. But
I'm,
having
kinda-
said that, I'm
you
glad
know,
we all
you'll get-
watched
you'll
it. Like,
get
I
it
really
better.
have.
Yeah, it's a good watch. I'm glad you clarified though, because I was like, was this like something Verno really wanted us to see, or and
See, see, there was clarification needed. Having said that, I'm glad we all watched it for a couple of reasons. I did enjoy it. Like as I watched it the first time, I'm like, ugh, or the second time through, knowing that you guys are all watching it because of me, I'm sitting there like, oh, cringing at fucking scenes with Anna Faris because she's fucking terrible through the whole movie. And I'm like, but by the end of it, I was like, I'm glad we all watched this because I do enjoy the movie. I do think it's cool and it's really fucking unique. And we've really not watched. I can't think of many other movies that are really comparable to this movie, especially ones that we've watched in the past year since I've been doing the show with you guys. It's a unique
American
Psycho is the
Mary?
only other one.
No, this is a poor man's American Mary, I thought.
American Mary. I kind of got.
I was
vibes
gonna
from.
say it's similar to American Psycho because it's
American Mary
That
was
too.
but
good.
it's polar. It's very similar in some ways, but it's so
There's
different.
a
in other ways.
Psycho like living as a and blending in as a.
It's a comedy.
that-
I feel
yeah.
like. Did you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
find it funny at all?
No, it's not a comedy.
It's a comedy.
They
for
tried to
sure.
make
Not-
slight.
It's not a comedy.
This is a
Not
horror
one
comedy.
bit of a comedy. No.
This is a horror comedy, in my opinion. That's the way
No.
I view it. That's the way I view it.
It's funny, it ain't a horror comedy. It's a horror. It's a wannabe horror
Scarface.
that is a horror movie in like the last 30 minutes and just fucking weird as shit and close to CW level in the first hour.
I wouldn't say CW.
There's a budget issue, but I get what you're saying. You want?
Well, I was
Do I
gonna say
wanna go
Scarface. You
first?
seem to feel strongly about it.
You want me to go?
Yeah, dive in.
Go.
Dude. We got no Dylan at the moment.
Well, actually, I will tell you something. Unbeknownst to a lot of people here, and it's tough to tell with these cameras and stuff, but since a very young age, I have suffered myself with a lazy eye. You can see I got right here.
Mm.
So, this movie really got me, it got at me really, it kind of almost ripped at me through my soul, just getting into, because the characters I could really feel, no, fuck that, man. This is fucking bullshit. Nobody, I have no fucking, this bitch was crazy, man. This bitch was crazy. Anyways, the first hour of it, Jeremy Sisto's a little fucking whack. This movie had good acting. I like the acting.
Yeah, I like Jeremy Sisto.
All around, the acting is good. But the fucking script, they start off with the girl's parents. They're weird as fuck. They give her this weird ass doll that really doesn't come into the plot at all. And the doll really doesn't figure enough into this. It should figure more into it. So Jamie Sisto meets this girl. He's kind of weird, but he's not that weird. He's an Argento fan, and then he makes a fucking college movie that would make Argento scratch his eyeballs out because it's the fucking worst movie I've ever seen in my life. It just fucking sucks. And then Anna Faris is a fucking wannabe lesbian. She's not doing it, and they got a little bit of lesbian stuff, which is kind of cool, but no fucking TNA, no Bush, no nothing.
Early
And
2000s.
Yeah, I guess. And this girl works in a fucking animal hospital. I feel bad for the fucking animals. I really do. She whips a fucking mug at the fucking cat. And the cat all of a sudden's dead. I don't know why. She just whipped his mug out. And, oh, shit. Hold on a second. I can't review this anymore. My nipples are getting hot. I have to go get some ice cubes because my nipples are fucking hot.
That's that horror comedy aspect of it.
Yeah, that was the
comedy.
That was the comedy part of it, I guess. But once
The whole thing's a comedy, man.
Once they get into horror and she starts ice picking stuff, some of that shit's cool. But the whole putting pieces together at the end, I wasn't sure why that was warranted. The whole eyeball lazy thing really didn't come into it all that much. He was just batshit crazy. And then at the end, for some reason, It starts off with that end scene. She's screaming, so my headphones shot off my fucking head because I had it turned up too loud. And she digs her eye out for no fucking apparent reason other than fucking put it on the dummy.
The doll needed to see.
And the funny doll needed to see. And the funniest thing is the eyeball almost rolled into her mouth.
I love that.
That was the funniest part right there. And at the end, I'm not sure if the guy's hand was alive or what the fuck was happening.
The whole thing was alive.
I guess it was alive somehow after being cut up. I don't know how.
Did
was
you
She
guys
was
read
crazy,
that she was
bro.
dying there? In the commentary, Lucky McGee, the director, is like, when
Lucky
May's
McGee.
dying and this, that, I'm like, whoa, what? She's dying? I didn't fucking read that at all. I might have misunderstood what he was saying in the commentary.
Who's dying?
I believe he said that was like May's death scene at the end of the movie, that she died during that scene.
She may have
Nobody
died.
I can understand.
I don't know, but who cares?
I took the hand touching her as like her either fucking she just lost her shit completely, or that it could be a death scene, like that's just her body transitioning into, it's going through that hallucinogenic state.
Lucky McGee. I think he went on to direct a couple of things, but he wasn't lucky in this movie. Just as I said, I think the ending has some good kills in it. Although, really, if you like get all these fucking blind fucking preschoolers all bloody and shit, are you really going to be fucking walking the streets? I'm not sure. What was the fucking lady? She just left the building there after that.
All she did was drop a thing. It was all their fault. What's she gonna get charged for these fucking blind kids standing around? That's what blind kids do.
She wasn't getting paid for it anyways. And that little kid did deserve it. So, yeah. Overall, I didn't think too much of it. I thought good acting. I always liked Jeremy Sisto. The girl that played May was good in a funky, weird sort of way.
I feel like I've seen her in something before. But
If it has to be fair to her for her character, I guess she was written all right. She wasn't terrible. She just
I couldn't.
The character was horrible.
Yeah, I love her in Scary Movie, but everything she says in this is
just
like,
fucking.
I don't know. It seems like it's the same character from Scary Movie. You're like, what?
Yeah,
are you doing?
yeah.
It's the real movie. It's trying to be. Like,
and then they spent an hour on some guy's dog and lost his paw. What the fuck, man?
Okay, so clearly Scarphead didn't get the movie. That's fine.
But there are some good parts to it. Just the acting but the story is just horrendous. I thought the ending is good, but and people with lazy eyes don't go out and kill people.
Let me just say something about it. Here's what you said: like the first hour sucks. Did you?
I didn't say sucked. I just thought it was
you said it was CWE, so you basically said it sucked.
CWE.
You meant it sucked. Do you think? Here's the thing that is going to make people, whether or not you're going to like this movie or not, if you buy into May's character, and if you have sympathy for May's character, and you are interested in the meet cute, if that scene works for you when she meets the guy, then the movie, you're going to be into the movie at least enough to be interested to follow the plot. If all those awkward scenes that are intentionally fucking awkward, they're supposed to make you uncomfortable. If you reject those and like you don't like that, then you're gonna hate.
Yeah, I didn't buy it. I mean, I get her character, but I don't think there was enough motivation why she was just batshit crazy, other than being.
Because no one saw her, bro. No one could see her.
I understand that, but I don't know. It just people saw her. Jamie Sisto saw her eventually once she started touching them and going up and groping them. I don't know. I understand what the movie was trying to do. I just didn't get the whole thing. But
right. I'm not even. I'm gonna defend it, but I don't really. I should. Go ahead.
But the last half hour was decent for some reason. Not enough TNA in it.
No. What did you think?
Interesting.
You'd never seen it, right?
No. First time. I was shocked. Jeremy Sisto and Anna Faris were in this, specifically Anna Faris. I actually enjoyed the majority of the movie up until she kind of like went crazy and became a killer. Like I thought the kills were a little weak, but I enjoyed the whole her awkward and not feeling like anyone really pays attention to her and all that stuff. It was fine. It seemed believable, but it was like her snap. And it's not to say there weren't hits there, but I just feel like
it wasn't earned.
Totally.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's the best way to put it.
My opinion on that, they felt like they had built up this symbolism with the glass cracking, and that when that glass cracked, we all buy that she's snapped.
Right.
I look at it like she wanted to be seen by everybody. Everyone she talked to her whole life was never understanding her. And she saw these blind kids. I don't totally get it, but this is the way I take it. She sees these blind kids as people that are going to be able to see her. Like, oh, these blind kids, they don't need to see, they will see and understand me. And then they don't even understand her. And for whatever reason, when they broke the doll, it symbolizes her sanity, and then she's broke completely after that. Whether it's earned, I don't think it's earned. That's why I think there's like an amateurness or like a beginnersness to the whole thing.
Yeah,
doesn't make all this shit fucking work the way that. But I get what he's trying to go for there. I think that's what he's going for.
Yeah, I could see that now that you said it with the doll. But you know, I enjoy. I think the movie had fine performances for what it was. Like Anna Faris was a little annoying. I will admit that. I think that's because I kept thinking, like you said, she just seemed like a goofy airhead, and it's like, bro, like trying to take this a little serious.
I thought Jeremy Sisto's character kind of went back and forth a little bit too. He started off kind of like a very deep thinker, movie guy, going to Argento, and by the end, he's just fucking. I know it's Halloween, but he's just doing parties and.
I felt like he
talking to the dude from Blue Bloods and the other fucking girl that was in the thing. I mean, it was fucking nuts. His character.
I kind of felt like he was a pretentious douchebag that you know, and they exist, and she just kind of thought he, you know, because they're those guys where they seem they're really deep into shit, and like he's really artsy, but really he's just an asshole out to fuck real quick or something. And
you could read that, but like, don't get me wrong, he's kind of a douchebag. But he's also not, because he's the opposite.
He was into her for
the guy with the fucking nipples that needed to be cooled down later.
He's a douchebag.
He's the douchebag that saw her as someone to take advantage of.
Right.
The other dude, he didn't want to take advantage of her. He just like finally, he was kind of interested in her.
True shit.
And I don't.
It was
think
the blood
like
thing.
A pure scumbag.
That's a good point.
The douchebag with the spiky hair, is he the same dude that she sat down to next to at the very beginning of the movie?
No,
I think it looked like the same dude.
It's a business guy at the beginning of the movie. When she turns around and gives him the crazy look with the cross eyes.
Oh,
he's wearing like a suit and shit at the beginning.
I thought it was a kid though in the first one. It was a kid that looked just like the other guy.
Because that's another part that it's like, does it fully play? Her whole thing is like, she likes parts of people. She likes Anna Faris's neck. She likes his hands, but there's nobody that's complete. But it's like, does it all add up? Like, there's a lot of symbolism and metaphor, but I don't know if any of them fully pay off. But there's a lot going. I'll tell you part of the reason why I loved it so much. I told you guys, I'm in Illinois. Weed's legal here. I was high as fuck. It's late as hell. And like, just the fact when it ended, like, and I'll be 100% honest, it's partially from doing these shows. And we're like, what does it mean? What is it saying? And at the end, I was like, I know exactly what the fuck it's saying. I know exactly what they're trying to say. You know what I mean? I just felt like I got the movie. Exactly.
I thought it was what we're saying is I deserve to be on Tubi.
Hey, fucking Exorcist is on Tubi. Everything's on Tubi. What are you talking about? But yeah.
That was probably my favorite scene, by the way, with Anna Faris when she's like, I know you'll never hurt me. I had to rewind that. Like, what? She just, you know, she actually did that shit.
You know what I liked about the kill scenes? And that's another thing. The first time that I watched it, the kill scenes hit me harder than they did the second. Because that was the thing I really remember. It's like, oh, the way that they edited it, I fucking loved. Especially the first time. It didn't hit me as hard. You know who edited this movie? As I'm watching the commentary, they keep on mentioning this name over and over. Our editor's a genius. We wish he could be here. Ryan Johnson, our editor. Ryan Johnson this, Ryan Johnson that. And I had to look it up. I'm like, that Ryan Johnson? Ryan Johnson of Star Wars and Knives Out fame edited this movie.
No way.
Yeah.
You start somewhere.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's well edited, dude. This is okay. What's better, this or Burial Ground? What's a better movie?
Oh, come on now. I didn't even know why you're asking. That we know the truth. Scarpad. Come on.
I was more entertained by Burial Ground, but
I could see not being entertained by this. It's a movie that like I totally get, like, but I don't know. After a while, I watched it 3 times now, and after the second time, I was like I said, I was kind of cringing at like the CW-ness of it. I'm like, God, this seems really low budget and amateur-y. But at the same time, there's a lot of good ideas, and I don't think it's as amateur as I thought. It's just
but I also don't think
awkward.
I don't think there was nothing really new about the story. We've seen this story in various forms over and over again before.
Over and over, or one form.
There was just nothing. It didn't really bring anything new to the table. And I even thought the whole doll, just bringing the doll in, that doll wasn't given enough weight either. Nor were her parents. I mean, she
doll
went
was
from
a
being a
myth.
little kid, and I thought maybe she still lived in a home. It's not really even defined, but she's on her own, I guess, with that job.
She was written as a college character, and they
Yeah.
changed it right before like they went
Oh,
into
did they?
production. And I think
Mm.
that's part of.
Maybe
Don't
that
get me
makes
wrong, like
sense.
yeah, it's not perfect for sure. Good enough for Ryan Johnson.
Yeah. You know what?
20
That
years ago.
movie,
It's a
not gonna lie,
paycheck.
that it bumped up the movie score for me. It's just based on that alone.
That's crazy.
No,
I thought
I'll,
like,
Respect.
and even after knowing that, like looking at the editing, it's edited fucking well. Like I
Yeah,
sat
it's
there and I
clean.
wondered like who made the decision to have it start with the eyeball being ripped out. Because that's what you know what I mean. We kind of were talking about that with the Evil Dead Rise. It's different, but starting with something at the end, this is just taking a scene out of the end and putting it at the beginning. But
yeah.
without that
And then
scene, you don't know that there's any hint of horror coming.
right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So like it
Right.
really needed that because it's not a horror. You're right. There's no horror to it
Well, not for the first 45
until
minutes
well
of an
until
hour, really.
hour. Yeah, I don't think there's a kill till an hour in, unless you count her killing the cat.
See, I didn't really mind that too much. You know, it's just I guess the payoff the payoff just didn't. I guess as we said, feel earned, or it just didn't hit as much
Yeah.
as I wanted it to. But I didn't mind up until that point because I dig awkward stories. People being awkward, shit happens.
Right. Well, that's my thing. Is I think I feel like I've changed a bit, but I used to not. Like I'd be sitting around with a group of people, and I'd say the remote was in my hand, and something awkward comes on the TV. I would fucking change the channel. Like, what are you doing? I was watching that. Not anymore. Like I get so cringy that I'm like I can't fucking do that. But this movie does that, and it doesn't make me feel like that for whatever reason.
No, I thought it was
Do
a.
you know she played Carrie that same year? There's a Carrie remake in 2002. Because I was thinking that while I'm watching this, I'm like, dude,
This might have been what I saw her in.
yeah, she's like Carrie. Like, there's a movie called The Woman in 2011 that it was directed by Lucky McGee that did this. She's in that too. I don't think it's a starring role, but she's in that. She's still doing shit.
Yeah, she gave a solid performance. Like it was, believable. Her awkwardness and I don't know. I did like
performances were all good.
Yeah.
So
I was trying to do that.
but
Scarman. So
you got
what
any
did you
thoughts,
think of it,
Dylan?
Dylan?
Yeah, I've seen it probably a couple more times than Vern, maybe about 5 or 6.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay.
Let me just say one more thing, dude. The way I discovered it is because it was on Shudder. Shudder has like an essential collection list. If you go on that, it's like Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, fucking House on Haunted Hill, May, and all these like it was just one. That's why I'm like, oh fuck. So I watched.
Shudder was punking them.
Someone at Shudder thought like we all had to watch this, but anyway, sorry to interrupt you, Dylan.
Probably they got that was probably Shudder's new intern, Lucky McGee,
because they do have on there like what they say are new gems or undiscovered gems, and so to someone at Shudder, they thought this was.
I could see
was
this being like a cult
Texas
favorite for some people and like a gem to see it overlooked.
But sorry, Dylan. Sorry. I figured I had to get that
Dude,
out.
you're good, bro. I could care less. Anything you gotta say, you're good. Yeah, I've known about it maybe a good like 6 to 8 years, I'd say, and I'd say it's one I've watched maybe every other year at least. I don't love it, but I think it's a good film. I think it's really weird, and just like I'm like fascinated with this weird ass girl who has these insane obsessions with this guy and his hands. You know what I mean? And you feel bad for her in a lot of ways.
About hands.
She's just so shy and nervous. And then, when she kisses the guy, she bites his lip, and he's like, "Who the hell taught you how to kiss?" And she wants to be like nobody, but she doesn't want to be embarrassed. And then, you can tell there was issues with like her and her mother, where her mother's giving her these dolls and shit, these creepy ass dolls, and that's like her best friend her entire life.
Kid thought she was a pirate, bro.
That eye, man, like that eye damned her for her
whole life, you know, where she is like a pretty girl, but once she gets her eye fixed, then people, I feel like, start to recognize her a little bit more, you know what I mean? But you still,
And her mom didn't do a good job at, I think they're trying to go somewhere with her, not instilling confidence in her from the
Right.
jump,
She shouldn't have told her you have to cover your eye for these people
Right.
to like.
Right.
Yeah, right. If she just would have been like, here, go be a pirate girl, you might have played differently for her.
Yeah. Definitely.
Fucking Scarpad. I'll never get over that. It really hit me in the heart with my
It ripped me in the soul. I was going somewhere. And
I was like,
he
oh,
"Nah,
wow,
fuck this
man.
movie."
I was ready to shed a fucking tear.
Lucky McGee should have cast me in the movie.
Could have been her love interest. She could have been obsessed with your hands.
Oh, God.
I'd like to say it this time too. Also, that damn bird that followed Verno is back there again. Verno, you and the birds, man.
It's not me,
what it is
man. I don't
about
know
you.
where this bird is.
That's me, bro.
It was me.
Oh.
earlier on
Hot
Famous
in this
Show.
room, bro.
Fucking birds after Verno, man. I love them.
CMB.
Yeah, I think if they had beefed up a little bit more of the character's background and make it a little bit more, because it's not a lot. I mean, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, Dylan, but not a lot of bad things really happened to her. I mean, people, they may not
it's
seen
more
her,
of a drama.
but they didn't. They didn't. They certainly didn't.
It's a really slow burn. Because you're only really emotionally invested in this very strange girl that you
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly didn't show enough being
Right.
done to her that
see,
would have
like,
caused
what's
her to be
gonna
nuts
happen,
out like
'cause
that.
They showed you
Eventually-
plenty. They showed you that she looked different than the other kids, and it made her feel awkward. What do you need? What do you need to do? Go to school with
Yeah.
her for a day?
And then this
You
one
get it.
guy
You know what I mean?
acts like he's starting to like her, and then she comes to his house just because I think she bit her on the lip,
Yeah.
and she was a little clingy. She just doesn't know what she's doing, and you could tell
Boundaries and shit.
he should have known too. That you could tell he was wanting to get with her because he's like, she's unexperienced. She's like, like probably, oh, this is a virgin I can take. And then when she doesn't know what she's really doing, he acts like all weird about it. It's like, or the blood thing. It's like, man, you just came back from a horror movie. And I'm like, you had an Argento film too,
Yeah,
trauma. And you act like
I thought he was pretty
blood off your lip is a little weird. Like, man,
he was pretty sincere and pretty nice to her. I get the
And there
vibe
she
from
is,
him
yeah.
at the beginning. I thought he was all right to her. And
He liked her until but he kind of, and so I get what they were trying to convey.
even the kiss, the first kiss wasn't that bad. It's when she's in bed with him and she bites half his tongue off almost. Yeah.
She always felt weird, and so finally when she met someone and he encourages her to be weird, he says, "I like weird,"
And
he
you
tells
get
her,
the idea- and you get the idea-
exactly.
And he wasn't that big of a jerk. I mean, you get the idea. It's been a while. She was calling him and leaving
man,
messages.
she
He was
didn't
calling
probably
back.
bite him that hard to make him bleed purposely. It was probably just an accident. And then he acts like a total asshole about it.
It's probably her rubbing the blood all over herself.
Right.
Well, I think the second time, she bit him twice.
That wouldn't have been a fucking
She bit him the first time in the
big
room, and he was cool with it.
I
It
wouldn't
was only the
have
second
cared.
one that he wasn't cool with.
Did she wipe blood all over
She
herself the
starts
first
rubbing
time?
it all over.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
lotion, bro. It rubs itself with.
What I like is, okay, obviously the writer are like, we need to demonstrate some way where she doesn't understand social norms. And for me,
Right.
that's a pretty fucking, that's the decision they went with.
Yeah.
It was effective. It was fucking disturbing, and it works.
Yeah.
It shows you something about his character, something about hers, because it does. It pushes. She crossed a social norm that we would all be uncomfortable with. She hurt him. She drew blood, and then she was into it. It was like, whoa, babe. Like,
I mean, she
you know
didn't
what I
see the error in that, so that shows that there's something wrong with her.
Well, she said she likes parts. It's the whole person she didn't like, or they're bad, because the whole person's bad to her. So that's why hers.
I mean, maybe that kind of falls back to her eye though, because that was the one part she always wanted to change about herself. So that's why she applied
Focused on
it to
the
other
flaw.
people. Right. Yeah. These panels, these discussions always help
Right,
a movie. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
telling you, I think this May is ripe for a remake. Let's fucking who we got? Who wants
There's
to
an
play?
idea there. Yeah, I think that you could, if fleshed out, or not. I don't want to say fleshed out, but there's a solid idea there that someone could remake this and make it a little bit more up to ante.
Right. I wish I knew if it was Lucky McGee's first movie, but it's one of his early ones too. Plus, there's this weird 2002 or something. I missed something.
No, he just started shaking his head like I don't know why.
Did he make the movie Logan Lucky?
No, that was someone very confident. I forget what's
Lucky
his name.
McGee sounds like he should be doing the next
Steven
fucking
Soderbergh.
Leprechaun movie,
Right.
not fucking something deep.
No, 100%. But yeah, you could tell. Like
It's-
I was looking up earlier what year, and this is such a different movie, but for some reason there's a look and a feel that they remind me of each other. Napoleon Dynamite, where there's this kind of like fucking like sun
a
drenched
dry.
film where it's just like not a lot of action going on. You're seeing the streets where there's I don't know. I like it's a weird comparison.
Very bland.
Just like the vibe and the feel of the area that they're in. Like it's just a lot of people hanging out. What are you doing? You want to go buy some jujubes? I'll go hang out at your apartment, rub ice on my nipples. Like kind of a vibe. I don't know how to explain it.
It definitely felt early 2000s.
Right.
I got that vibe. I couldn't put a finger on why it felt like that.
By the way, if you're curious how they make that guy's hair like that, they used eggs and wire hangers. The guy with the spicy nipples.
You know, another movie that this reminded me of, I thought about for a short time, but the other movies it's not even in the same league. The other movie's a lot better. It's Ghost World. Do you get Ghost World vibe out of this a little bit? Did you see the Ghost World?
Oh, that's the one with Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, yeah.
And Steve Buscemi.
Right.
He's okay. Yeah. A little bit, but
about the same. I think it was on the same time that came out. I don't know. It's just weird.
I'm trying to think
it did come out 2001.
Another movie that has like this awkward of a lead character that you spend this much time with. You know what I mean? Especially
Dynamite.
This plays like a drama. Like way.
Have you seen what about that Hatchet movie? Or not Hatchet, but what was that one I kept asking you about a few months ago, Dylan, with the dude from Grandma's Boy? He's like the game designer. He's like dresses up as Neo from the Matrix.
He's from Hatchet.
Hatchet, yeah. That's kind of like yeah. That he's kind of an awkward dude that it's very similar, actually, to be honest. Right. Very similar. Exactly. I can't believe I forgot about that.
Maniac back in the 80s, but it's not like awkward, like shy. Like that's why I compared it to American Psycho, because you follow the killer the whole way. He's the main character, but he's like polar opposite in the way that he's like overly confident and put together and all that.
Right.
But he still feels the same way on the inside that May feels. He feels like he's not, you know what I mean? He's always trying to prove himself.
Joel David Moore is his name, Steph.
The actor, okay. Yeah, he was pretty good at that. He actually, that's very, very, very similar. Where I feel like he might have, was he as a fucking, I don't want to ruin the movie if any of you guys want to see it, but I'm trying to was he that all in his head? The people he had killed before, and then the last girl was the one he actually killed? I think that was like the twist of the movie. Like he thought he had killed these girls, but he didn't, and he ended up killing the girl he really liked after like she brought him out of his shell and shit like that. Kind of like the chick in this movie in Jeremy Sisto. Well, he wasn't angry. She was angry. Difference.
Holy shit. I'm looking at Jeremy Sisto now. This is that name you guys keep. What is he from? What the fuck is what do I know?
I remember in like 13 in that he was in that movie too.
He started out in 6 Feet Under on HBO, and then he went over to Law and Order actually too.
He was in Clueless.
Yes. That wasn't he the dude that she had a crush on? Or
and he's another guy, kind of like Adam Driver, that if you watch every movie he's in, he gives basically the same performance. I like him, but this performance he gave in this movie is the same performance he gave in every movie and every TV show.
Oh, I can see that. But I mean, I think he does what you need out of him in this fucking role.
Yeah.
He's this guy that's good looking guy with a nice smile. Yeah, he plays with great hands. Yeah. He fits this role nicely.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, the movie was cast. I can say one thing about the casting director picked the actors and did a good job assembling a cast in this movie. I don't think Lucky McGee did it. It was whoever the casting director.
Oh, Lucky handled all that shit. Trust me. Did anybody ever hear the term gams to describe legs before?
Yes, it's a 40s term.
I knew you would know that, Scarpad. Have you heard it, Link or Dylan?
No, I've never. No.
The Brad's got a good set of gams.
Yeah, heard got nice gams.
Lots more black and white movies, you fucking young bastards. You. Turn out a fucking Humphrey Bogart movie or something, will you? Jesus Christ.
I thought it was funny.
I'll be condescending to you.
The girl that had the nice legs, that May liked her legs, First of all, she's probably the hottest girl in the movie.
The
Like
blonde,
she was,
she was-
really good looking girl.
She was
When she
mean.
said told her to turn around, I was like, I
Yeah.
appreciate
She
it.
did.
Yes, May. Thank you. She
Yeah.
she did the commentary, and she talks more than anybody. She's in the movie for like 20
In 5
seconds.
minutes, yeah. I
Does
know.
the whole commentary, and she's funnier than shit. Like she's absolutely hysterical. So I was pretty entertained by her. The whole commentary is hilarious because like everybody in the movie is in the commentary besides Anna Faris and the guy we were just talking about,
Ryan
really?
Johnson.
Oh,
and
and
Jeremy
yeah, no
Sisto.
Ryan Johnson, unfortunately.
Jeremy Sisto.
No,
was-
he's not
no,
in it.
he
either.
wasn't in it.
But everybody else, May's the woman that plays May is in it, and she like goes into character halfway through the movie. It's fucking weird. It's awkward.
Fitting.
Yeah, dude. Do you guys agree? This cover, I'm like still trying to sell this fucking movie. It's not helping. This is not like
Like that
say what
cover
this
does.
movie feels like. to me.
Indicative, no.
Her like
No.
this is her
Yeah.
like some. You're thinking some goth girl that's like really dark, and
I
she's
thought the
not.
movie was about telekinetics. I really
I
did.
can see that. I can see it.
Transforming, yeah. And then she like towards the end she starts to get like that a little bit, but it's like, it just feels so jarring, the switch.
Yeah, she's all of a sudden like uber
It's confident.
You
and-
get this scene, okay? After she kills this is the way I read it, but I agree that it's not done super smoothly. She snaps, she kills the guy with the crazy hair. The next scene, you see her and she's sitting in the park. Adam now comes up to her, and all of a sudden she's like, "What's up, dude?" And she's like a normal human being all of a sudden.
What?
But I look
Right.
at it like now she knows what she has to do. Oh, I've been looking at
Right,
all these
she's
body
determined.
parts. Now I have to kill these people and get their body part. Now she's a woman with a plan. She's reading a book about anatomy in the park while he's talking to her. So she's like, now she has a purpose in life. But she's a different person in that scene than she is all the scenes before that. But she's even a more different person when you see her slicing Anna Faris's neck and going to Adams. But she's even more confident. And that there's like 3 different versions of her, and they don't all jive. But I do think that there's motivation for the switches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
I could see that. I didn't really think of that. Like she kind of, like you said, she figured out what she needed to do now and how to adapt. Passes. So like a Batman thing. She had the goth thing. Killer was the Batman. The chick reading the book and shit. What's up, dude? That was her Bruce Wayne.
Right, exactly. Did you guys all pick up while watching the movie that she was going to end up assembling a human being?
No, because the doll thing, I don't think they went anywhere. Like there's
Right.
needed to be a little bit more exposition on the connection to the doll. Or I
Right.
mean, the mom.
doll, she says in the first scene, the mom says, "Well, I had trouble making friends, so I made my own friend." And she tells her that she made this doll. The doll, it overcomplicates the whole fucking thing, and it makes it all not
Well,
work.
I'd like to see how she did it too. I mean, how she's like 90 pounds soaking wet. Jeremy Sisto's a huge guy. And we don't show her cutting up. They show the quick scene of like
His hands only weigh a couple pounds, bro.
some body parts he put in bags, but cutting up a body, that's not easy to do.
I-
It takes a lot of strength. Even if
She
you got
read
a
a book
chainsaw.
on it.
Speaking from experience, huh?
I ain't saying much.
I think they
takes
could have done
some
without
fucking
the doll symbolism, and
Yeah, the
they
doll
just
could've
still
been
could have
out of
had
it
the
totally,
same
yeah.
movie because she's obsessed with changing her eyes, so that's why she wants to take parts from people.
Right.
That
They
could
almost
be the
said
whole
like
thing that
at the
ties it
end, it's
together.
almost like, oh shit, we got the doll movie. Let's tie it.
Right,
Let's tie
yeah.
that up and make
Yeah.
that pay off at the end that she's gonna put them together like a doll.
Right. Well, it's set up the whole movie that she likes these body parts.
Mm.
One thing after watching it twice, when she has that scene in the park, she knows that she's going to kill Adam and cut his hands off. He shakes her hand to leave. He's like, "Sorry, it didn't work out between us." Shakes her hand and she grabs his hand and she's like, "I'll see you later, hands." And like on second viewing, again, this is part of the fucking the humor of it all. It's
And creepy.
it's a funny scene when you know.
What's
Yeah,
coming?
she went a little over the top toward the end, but she was all right. But then, she had all the, I don't know. She had a lot of people cut up. I'm glad. The only thing I am glad of is I thought they were going to have a scene of her like going in and doing something to like animals, and I would have not like that. Because
Right.
that's hard to take. The poor kitty cat, he didn't deserve that beamed off the head. First lucky shot, boom, done.
Yeah, Awaken the Beast.
That's it.
Right. And yeah, it did. It did. She pulled it out of the freezer. I wonder if the cat was incorporated. You could see.
Yeah,
I think it was,
Frankenstein
wasn't
or-
it? I thought they did have a scene showing the cat was in there.
I don't know. She pulled it out.
part of the
freezer.
soda body parts. Yeah, she was like,
I think there's a scene where she got the cat out too, and yeah, the cat was in there somehow. I have to go back and rewatch that, but I think they showed the cat part in there. Not sure what part it was.
interesting. Yeah,
He was proud of it.
interesting.
She'd have to thaw him out though.
Right. I really do think that's part of it. Like even watching the commentary, or part of why I liked it is just the fact that I got it. But then after watching the commentary, I'm like, maybe I was pretty obvious to get, because one of Lucky McGee, sorry to say that name again, Scarpad, one of his like problems that he kept cringing about during the movie is that he felt he was spelling shit out too much. Like he doesn't like the beginning because the mom says that, like plain as day, like you got to build your own friend and just things like that. But then by the end of it, she builds her own friend. She gives him the doll's eyes because she thinks the doll's always been able to see me. And then for whatever reason, she's like, she even says, she's like, I don't even have to speak, and you're just gonna know exactly what I feel. She just wants to like be able to express herself like we all do, and people like understand her. So then she does that. He still doesn't understand her. So then she fucking rips her own eye out. She's like, "Oh, you need my eye," and
to
then
see.
yeah, then he still doesn't see her. And well, he evidently does. He wakes up just like
I
at the end of
still
Beast.
feel like if you'd have just kept the doll shit out and just had her be obsessed with being perfect physically or whatever, like you could have still had the same movie. Like instead of it, her creating a doll, she created the perfect person for herself.
Right.
Out of all those
Well,
body
didn't
parts
be
she
in
was
there at
taking.
all.
Yeah,
This
I
was
think
probably
that.
this was right around the time of Chucky. Remember too?
No,
Yeah, it was like maybe
2001. Chucky
it was a
in, like,
few years shy
1995.
of Bride of Chucky.
Chucky was
Bride of Chucky was like 98,
Yeah.
99.
But there's other doll movies in that time. Doll is a popular thing. Get a scary doll. There's got to be
I
a
think
scary
he
doll.
wanted a metaphor, or he wanted like something else to that a physical representation of the body that she was going to build. I think you could you could do without the doll and do that some other way, or you could just do the doll bit maybe better, make it more clear or whatever.
Yeah.
One thing I did like is like, remember when she's in the shower, she's on the phone with Adam, and he thinks it's somebody else, so he's like, "Hey, what's up?" She's like, "Oh, how'd you know it was me?" But and then you hear in the glass cracking, like it's like it's symbolizing, like she's like, "Shut the fuck up" or "Be quiet." Like the glass is her sanity, like that keeps breaking, and it's not really breaking because you see it breaking, and then she takes it into the blind kids, and it's just there with the original cracks in it. So it's all like I think they could have just done it. First of all, they could have done it more clearly, and second of all, they could have done a better design for the doll, because the doll looks fucking like shit.
It was very dirty looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the doll wasn't that good. But I think that was also his first indication on how he found out she really truly was a Looney Tune, was when she told the doll to shut the you ruin everything, goddamn it.
Right. I told you to face the wall. Yeah.
So I mean, if the writer director wanted to change the whole doll bit, like they was only put in the scene for reference to the doll later. So did someone tell him to put in that scene? Was he unhappy with it afterwards?
What if it wasn't like a doll at all, but it's an imaginary person? You don't see anything.
Imaginary friend.
Yeah.
Right, or no one else. As far as what you're saying, like I think he didn't like that it was so on the nose, like with like her spelling it out, like saying it, like
I had to make my own friend.
Right, exactly.
Doll.
There's a few moments like that he pointed out while rewatching it, that he was like, "Oh God," like we could have been more creative, basically there, but we rushed it and just kind of shit it out.
Wasn't bad though. They just all what ifs, things that might have changed to make it. I think you said if they did something to maybe more exposition on the whole relationship with the doll, would have made it pay off a little bit.
Clarify it a bit for sure.
Yeah.
Well, shit. You want to do anything else, Dylan? You want to fucking rate this bad boy and fucking do this?
Yeah. So yeah. I agree with a lot of y'all are saying, but I think the main girl does a pretty good job. I think she is very freaky and weird. Like you guys said, you either could have done without the doll, or maybe got a little more into it, maybe to
Yeah.
kind of make it more seem sense. But I guess that's just like what she's holding on, her last bit of like memorabilia from her crazy mother, you know, who she probably had a weird relationship with. But I
Norman
think
Bates type of
I
relationship.
still do enjoy it from time to time. I don't think it's a terrible movie or anything. I just think it's might not be for everyone because it is
Right.
very weird, and you got to be able to put like kind of you got to
Be
be
in the
able to
mood
feel
to
bad for it. You got to be in the mood. You got to feel bad for the chick because it's like a drama with
Right.
like it's almost like a freaking crazy weird Norman Bates if she was a girl in a way, but like super less tame, you know.
With hints of romantic comedies.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it just it's not nothing bad to watch. It's not like super gory, but there's some good kills in it. You know, there's a couple good ones in there.
Fan of
But
Ferris, bro.
I think it's shot pretty well too. You know, I think there's some good shot positioning and shot movement.
Best thing about the movie is the editing.
Yeah, I think the girl does pretty damn well, and the guy he's pretty good too. And it's cool to see a guy that like loves horror just like us. You know, so that's cool to see. But it's definitely something different. And I enjoy it. It's not one of my all times, but it's definitely one
It's not bad either. You know,
I check out
it's
every few years. Honestly, it's interesting. You got to be in the mood for it, but it's very weird.
That's the key, dude. This ain't the Lost Boys where you can just fucking slap it on anytime. This is a you got to be in the mood for a picture.
It's very weird. Like sometimes if I'm just like in the mood for like a drama with light horror, then I'll be like, I'm in the mood for something kind of weird like that. Then I might throw this on. You know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind owning the DVD. Honestly, I probably will pick it up at some point. I'm glad at least it does have a physical. I could see like Scream Factory or Arrow doing a Blu-ray at some point for it. I don't know how big.
I'd love to see another cover for it.
I don't know how big the the cult following it has.
Yeah.
But yeah,
another thing while I'm thinking of it, another thing that has hurt this movie. Just search May 2002. It's gonna tell you everything that happened in May.
Like Star Wars came out, Spider-Man came out.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, yeah, exactly, dude. You got to be like May movie 2002, and you might get this movie. That hurt it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's why I'd put May in May.
Right.
Can't get more May than this.
Perfect.
Anybody who types in May, hopefully they'll get this review. But
I like that.
Yeah, I still enjoy the film. You know, I think it's a good watch. I'm glad that Verno did pick it because I always kind of thought like, am I the only one that maybe likes this weird shit? So, I'm glad that at least someone else likes it. I don't love it or anything, but I do think it's definitely worth the watch. You know, it's
it's memorable.
It's more getting into the head of a crazy person that's by themselves and lonesome and that has never had like physical affection or like real love from anyone else but her mother. You know what I mean? Like, and her mother's love might not even been that great, you know? So it's like she's never had like true love. So she's just a total sad girl, you know? Like,
and that ties into the whole when humans don't have contact with if you don't have any social interaction, like you start to go a little insane in the membrane.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, she was following that sucker around and just
forgot about that shit, bro. I forgot. Yo, she was stalking him.
How about when she just goes and like he falls asleep and his hand up, she just goes and puts her hand or her face on him. He wakes up, he's like, what the hell? So wild.
I dropped my books or something. I forget what she does exactly, but yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like all okay. I guess this is what it is. It's a comedy unless if you have the strength to not, if you just can sit there and cringe. I like I have to laugh because I feel so fucking awkward. I guess that's why I think it's funny. I find myself being like, oh my fucking God. Like all her weirdness makes me laugh. Even when she bumps into him on the street, she rams into him on the street and then he turns around. He's like, oh, hey, May. And she just sits there with a weird look on her face. Like, say something to him. You just fucking ran into the guy. Like, fuck. Like, to me, I don't know. To me, that's funny.
I could see the humor, the awkwardness, because it's just like, oh, yeah, that they get that across well.
Norman Bates might be perfect.
Right.
Someone they found each other and they see each other.
Coming to a theater near you.
I mean, I guess we can do some last thoughts and then we can get into the rating. I don't know. I'm trying to think. The music was pretty decent and nothing like crazy, I want to say.
It was a very 2002 soundtrack that I thought some of it was pretty corny, and then they went into some like classical, like when this is one bit that I liked also in the editing, when she's making the body and you're seeing the pieces of fabric shooting in that room, like especially the first time I was like really blown away by all that shit. But the music during that bit, it's on a different level.
Making that
I didn't like.
I feel like that was the editing enhancing the music.
I didn't like all that coffee house music. They had way too much coffee house.
What do you mean by coffee house? Is like the cheesy rock, like
cheesy. I'm not gonna say cranberry.
I thought the rock was pretty. The music was the soundtrack was bad.
It was just this. I don't know.
2000s.
Yeah.
Walk into any Starbucks now, you'll hear it. While going to a Starbucks, you'll hear the music I'm talking about.
What did you think about the body she built?
At the end? What do you mean the body? You mean the put together body?
Enough, the effects. I didn't like the whole face covering or that. I felt like
I think the movie was held back a little bit by his budget. I think it could have had a little bit more gore in it. There was a couple scenes like you didn't see a lot. They just cut away.
Right.
They did all the stabbing effects because stabbing effects obviously are pretty easy to do, and you get the blood. Those are mostly because, but anything that was involved, you kind of pulled away from it.
A little cheesy at the end when she finally gets Jeremy's sister. I will say this: that kind of is like, what the fuck? And I know these happen in movies, but stabs a girl in the neck. She grabs his hand, and he's just like, oh,
he falls down on the ground.
Come on, bro,
fight back, man! You fucking Jesus Christ.
Well, if I remember, after she stabs the girl in the neck. He does that. Then they just cut away.
That's true of a lot of horror movies where the guy they go backwards. They go what's well. They're frozen with fear. I'd be fucking trying to pull the guy down, kick him in the fucking
fucked me up about it was at him. Come
on.
He goes to touch her face. She grabs his hand and then with the other hand stabs a girl in the neck. So awful reaction. He should be like pushing her away. Right. Why the fuck are you doing this when the girl's getting stabbed? I felt like that.
250 and she weighs about 97 pounds.
Yeah, and he's a tall dude. Come on, yeah.
None of us have ever seen someone stabbed in the neck a foot away from us. We don't know how we would react. But
this is true.
I did think that. I thought it was weird
the floor. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, let me just
Matt.
What I like so much for those that didn't see the movie, what they do, like the first kill. What they do, the guy pisses her off. She looks and she sees the scissors. Then the next cut is her smoking a cigarette with a bloody hand. Then it flashes back to the murder. Then it flashes back to her smoking the cigarette and the murder. It keeps like that.
That was a dope bit. I like really that.
Cool, like with the editing. That to me is what I remember the first time watching the movie. At like 55 minutes in, being like, have I just wasted an hour of my life? It's all going to depend on the ending. And at that point, literally, is when I went back and did a dab, came back, watched the last half hour, and I was like, it was all fucking worth it. So
I still think the police would have been called after the whole bloody incident in the classroom when the kids wound up with blood all over them.
I like when
I think she'd be detained for a while for questioning on that. I mean,
they ripped it out of her hands. They deserved it, dude. I don't get what's her crime.
Yeah, she tried to stop. She told him not to, bro. Yeah. But I like the line where she's carrying the bodies at first, and someone's like, "Hey, you got some cold ones in there?" And she's like, "Yeah."
The other one is right after she kills the first guy, and she's smoking that cigarette. After you see the murder, and it goes back to the cigarette. She says, "I'm gonna need more parts. We're gonna need a big." Kind of a deal like that. That's good too, man.
You know, it's a weird scene. I didn't understand.
The more we talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah.
There's a scene where Anna Faris comes into the veterinarian's room and they're operating on a cat. You know that scene? And they got the cat open and they got the things in, and she sees like a liver. But that cat, I know they shave around the fur, but that cat looked like a human. It didn't look like a cat. It looked like there was a human under there. I was wondering what the fuck they were doing. And it got a big fucking. It was weird.
they're looking for scruples and shit like that.
I don't know, man.
A scalpel.
A scruple, yeah, I know. I knew she was fucking dumb to the point of ridiculousness.
Yeah, she's so over the top. It's crazy.
And then she's calling the chick like it came up to me. It's like the chick's always when the chick girl first went over Anna Faris's house. Chick was over there, so I got the assumption that's like her girl, and she's telling her the side piece that like, oh, that's just my side piece, and it's like, no, bitch, it's confused the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. Then her performance after, that girl's good. I'm kind of curious who she is. I got her name right here, Nicole Hiltz, because she's crazy hot and she's funny, dude. She's like crazy.
She had the "Hit Me Baby One More Time" outfit right before she got like Twins Peak kind of shit, you know. Or what's that restaurant called?
Well,
Is it
okay?
Twins?
But these movies also another thing I hate these tropes. You know, when you guys show the lesbian lovers in it, which is fine, they're always fucking gorgeous. Now, me being a red-blooded man, I love my share of lesbian hot loving porn movies because they're always gorgeous women. But
pretty nervous about
Sex positive here.
Get one woman in a relationship look like me with a wig on. You know what I mean? That girl shouldn't have been the girl, the hot looking one. It should have been me with a wig on.
All right.
Because
things Scarpad would have rather had in this movie.
It's not
more lesbians that look like him.
Three hot looking women. You know what I mean? It just doesn't happen that way.
I've seen plenty of hot lesbians, bro. I don't
know. It happens. It happens all the times in the movies.
You do tend to see a lipstick with a non-lipstick. That's if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, right.
You do tend to see that. But I've seen a couple lipsticks get together, and it's beautiful. It happens.
Oh yeah. It's a thing.
Let's rate this thing, dude. I'm so curious. So what the fuck is Scarpad about to give this movie? I feel like this is revenge.
I'm not going.
Kingdom of the Spiders.
I'm not going fast. I'm not going first.
Why? You're in the spot. You're in Link's spot. What are you talking about?
I gotta go now.
If it's too much pressure.
Well, I would just say this is actually thanks to Snapchat. This is actually me as a woman, and damn it.
Oh God, I've seen this way too many times.
I do myself.
That's a new one. That's a new one. He's been changing those filters, bro.
It's your granddaughter or something.
No, it's not. Snapchat's a wonderful thing. Anyways, unmute, Dylan.
I don't even want to know what you do with that picture.
Okay.
Bro, why do you got the lotion right next to you?
You know that was
he checked. He's like, oh shit, do I?
There's no lotion, man.
Okay, but you do got tissues right there.
I got what?
See?
He had to check again. He was like,
he's like, nothing there. Anyways.
Yeah. He's like, they're back there, man.
He's like, I know I put him away.
So you want me to take? All right.
I could go first.
You go first.
I would probably give this movie. I do enjoy it for the most part. I don't think it's really bad. I just think a lot of people don't understand it because it can be very weird. I don't think it's like nothing mind-blowing or crazy. I think I'd give it probably about like a 3 out of 5. I have watched it a handful of times. I've probably watched it more than anyone here put together, honestly. And it's not one that I like. I would go back still and watch it. You know,
yeah,
I could. On my first watch, I might have given it like a 3.4, 3.5, like or lower, a little lower. But you know, as I've watched it more, I do like it though. I think you could have added a few things to make it a little crazier, like went full blown badass and crazy. I think it could have been a real good one because you think like it's gonna be kind of a bit of a slow burn and then it's gonna go
amp up at the end. Right,
and it does go off the rails, but not like
it's a little tame.
Yeah,
I feel like I agree. It needs like one more event, one more memorable bit in the movie that would kind of solidify.
And I think it needs to happen within the first 30 minutes of it.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like this could be, you know, like we said earlier, ripe for a remake because the idea is there. It's just a few things, you know, altered and be great.
Its quirkiness kind of fits in that early 2000s like time frame though. You know what I mean?
Yep. The Ghost World. It's a bunch of I was gonna
Ghost
say
World
a
was good.
bunch of quirky women.
You want to go, Steph?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I give this 3. I was kind of earlier hanging on like a 2.5, but like I said, when we have these discussions, it helps me see things I didn't see. That bumped it up a point, and then Ryan Johnson a point would it be like a 0.25, and then Ryan Johnson editing this gave it another 0.25. So it's a 3. It's more good than bad. It is a slow burn. And what Dylan kind of said earlier, it's like it kind of feels like it's gonna go someplace, and it goes there, but not necessarily the way you thought it was gonna be. It could have, like, one more event, like you guys are saying, would have definitely earned that movie.
It takes kind of a long time to get there, and then it happens kind of quick.
Yes, yep. Well said. But yeah, strong 3 out of 5. I can see myself watching this again and possibly grading it higher.
Right. I think everybody, it's something that's worth a second watch. I'll jump in. I was thinking, I was trying to tell myself 4 all day, but let's keep it real. It's 3.5 for me. I really enjoy it, man. Like I love May. She's just like she's a singular character. There's not many like she's
really
just like this.
Too.
You can. Well, I mean, I'm talking about the character.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
More than anything, the character.
Dude, nobody else could have done what she did.
Right.
And that's why I said I kind of enjoyed the first half more, because I didn't mind watching her character go through those weird, awkward situations, trying to adapt and be more to social conformity or become more more of a regular social person. But like you said, it's just over so quickly when it just could have lingered a little bit longer. Right. But 3.5, it's a great score.
Yeah, it's just like the. I'll just repeat myself. I think even like, because usually it takes a minute for me to like get a movie. There's a lot of movies that's like, I didn't fucking, that went over my head until I either thought about it for a while or fucking heard Robbie say it, or I watched it on a YouTube video or something. So I really do think this was part of the reason. I was like, I fucking get this movie. Plus, like, it's just like a super relatable thing. None of us have went through what May's went through, but all of us have felt the way that May feels to a degree plenty of times in our life. And it's like, I don't know, like just the whole idea of feeling like, I think everybody feels fucking a little bit off step from everybody else. I know I do. So it's just it's a way to like visualize that and see it to the extremes. Like, remember all those times you ever felt awkward or that you were just like being fucking weird and you felt uncomfortable? Well, don't worry about that. Let's just watch May do it for an hour and a half. You'll feel
live vicariously. Yeah, there's people worse out here.
Right. So 3.5, man. Like I said, I'm glad everybody watched it.
Yeah, I'm glad I watched this. This was a definitely good recommendation.
Fable couldn't make it.
Even though I went out of my way to do his show this morning. I mean, that's which was a ton of fun. We really did have a great fun.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Hell yeah.
I think Scarpet might need a little bit more time for his.
Got any ratings for May? So I gave it a 3.
Scarpet has it.
Scarpet had it. Well, I'll just throw in the chat before we get, because I know last but not least, I did 3, Seth did 3, and you did 3.5. And I'm letting the chat know if you were able to watch May, throw your chat below. Scarpet, drum roll.
Send us off, brother.
I give it 2.75.
Send us to the
you guys fucking think you know me. You don't fucking know me. 2.75, motherfuckers. You know
I respect it, but at the same time, we can never forget that you gave Burial Ground.
Well, that's a 5 in a different, it's you can't count that type of movie.
What was Kingdom of the Spiders?
I was, it's a 5 in that ilk. But this movie's about a 2.75. I thought the acting was great. The story to a certain entertained me, and I think the last half hour kind of redeems it and bumps it up a little bit more. I just think they didn't have enough in the first hour to keep my attention that much. But they got better. So I'm going to give it 2.75. I thought overall, middle of the road, it was okay.
You owe my brother Evan a soda.
What is that? Oh, okay.
He said that at the same time.
2.75 time.
Yeah, me and Evan we jive on our movie criteria a little bit.
He hasn't seen Kingdom of the Spiders.
No, make sure he sees Burial Ground and Kingdom of the Spiders. But.
So 2.75 from Scarpad, 2.75 from Evan. and 3.5 from Burno, 3 from Link, and a 3 from me. Let me check my Instagram because I know Two Gun wasn't able to.
He was in
make it
chat
'cause
actually.
He's going to see the movie. He was in for a split second, but he said he had to go to the movie.
I respect it. He's going to see Guardians of the Galaxy, so
Yeah,
he's a trooper.
that's-
Makes every show. I think we can afford him this
I'm
one.
not tripping.
The theater I went to today,
He's
there was
able to go see it. It's tough.
It-
It's a tough one to get into
the
now.
theater. Well, the theater I went today to see it, and the old mom and pop was 5 people with me.
Really?
How many theaters did they have shown in that your
No,
that
no. Well,
theater?
this
How
is the
many
mom and pop
showings?
that's right down the street from me. That
Yeah, I
shows
know,
first run movies. The Cinemark was sold out. So the Cinemark
Right,
sold
but-
out.
Speaking of
this
people
one-
that aren't here, this is what Robbie's doing right now. Instead of fucking being on the show, posting bottles of tequila on Instagram. That's rockin' Robbie. Oh boy.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I lost
You're talking
my
about
train of
this
thought.
the Cinemark being
Yeah,
sold out?
yeah. This is a mom and pop, and it was a gorgeous day here. But yeah, the Cinemark was sold out all the showings because I was going to go yesterday, but a friend of mine came down. I see him, you don't care, and he kind of stood me up, and he was, I could have fucking went. So I had to get tickets where I could get them, and this place had 6 people in the whole fucking theater. But it's one of these things with the bench seats, like you're sitting at a ball game, the tables back of the thing. It wasn't the best sound
I
system.
mean,
but it was
it's on the
it was good. I enjoy, it is what it is. It sold out at Cinemark every showing. So
It's awesome.
Man, I used to be so picky about seeing movies, bro. At one point, I was like, if I'm not seeing a movie, if it's not an IMAX, a Marvel movie, if it's not IMAX 3D, what a waste of money that it was looking back on it, bro.
well, maybe I mean it would have sounded better at the Cinemark. It would have been a little bit louder, boomier, but other than that, it was fine. I may go see it again at Cinemark at some point.
I hope to go see it while it's in theaters. I'm gonna try it, man. That's for sure.
That I didn't see Ant-Man, and Ant-Man is the first one I haven't seen in theaters in a minute, or Quantumania. But I do want to see Guardians. I have to see it in theaters, bro.
Wakanda was the first one we hadn't seen in theaters in 5 years. We usually our theater's pretty small, but they'll do a Thursday night showing, and it's always in one of the smaller rooms at the theater, so it's packed. So it's usually fucking awesome. But we haven't caught it in the MCU premiere since the baby came. But we'll get back in it.
Understandable.
Yeah.
And nowadays, in a month from now, that's probably going to be on Disney Plus.
Oh, 100%. I think it's 2.5, 3 months. It'll be there.
A bigger movie like this, I think they're gonna try to wait it out, and let it play in
think?
theaters as long as they can.
I hope so. Well, you know what I think they do is they wait. They'll do 3 months from whenever it leaves theaters.
Yep.
If it
I don't
stays
think they do
in.
that anymore. Depends on sometimes if it's
I'm
weird.
talking MCU.
If it's not popular, it goes quick, and even movies that are real popular go quick. Like Evil Dead Rise.
Okay, Ant-Man took about 3 months though.
Evil Dead Rise is going to be on middle of this month. It's going to be on. Streaming already. Oh, digital.
But those movies like that, horrors don't tend to have long legs like some of the blockbusters, so that's why they're quicker to come to
Wakanda
streaming.
even came to Disney Plus pretty quick.
Random
it was
thought.
like,
Do you guys know fucking Evil Dead Rise was originally intended to be an HBO movie? It wasn't even going to go to theaters. Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
I could see it.
Yeah,
I could see it.
I think they saw some of the success that some of the
Pray and shit.
Yeah, that's the one I was.
They screened it and they said they thought it was so good that they had to be in.
I think that's what it was too.
Yeah, they learned from Prey, bro. They could have made money off of Prey.
And Hellraiser.
Yeah, Hellraiser. Yep.
That's why they're trying to put the new Alien in theaters. So, 2.75 from Evan, 2.75 from Scarpad, 3.5 from Burn, 3's from me and Steph. So I'd give that probably average score of, I'd probably say
3.133.
I'd say maybe 3.269.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know how close your 5, I think, brought it up a bit. It could be a 1, or it's like 3.233369.
3.069.
Wow, you were closer. You were closer. Guess Verno's been taking some of my mojo.
Mojo.
I need my mojo.
Speaking of remake, I don't know. I feel like they could get away with another Austin Powers movie.
Oh, I fucking kill
as
for it,
long
man.
as fucking
Yeah.
Mike Myers.
But not a remake.
He's wearing makeup.
Not a remake,
anyway.
no, yeah.
Continue,
Right. Yeah.
Dude, I'm always up for more. Like,
Yeah.
because it never takes away from the old shit for me. I don't get mad when they remake stuff. Like,
I had
remake
an
it, give me
accidental
sequels.
smoking accident with my schnitzel, and
Yeah.
that's why they call me Gold.
Gold. I love gold.
I like almost once a day. I probably recite something. You know, I won't.
Get in my belly.
My baby back, baby back, baby back.
Oh, and the girls had some of the best names, bro.
Ooh, Frisky Awe. He got with that
Frisky.
big eating the chicken. He's got that hot.
My favorite scene of any movie is when Austin Powers and Heather Graham are in a tent and they got the sausages and he's got the spotlight back in the tent. The guy's watching the sausages. That's the best scene in
The
any movie.
innuendo, yeah, the silhouettes.
This
No, I'm
coffee
talking about my
tastes like
China.
shit. That's because it is shit, Austin.
No,
Nutty.
literally.
It just
It's
keeps drinking.
stool.
All three of those.
I'm
movies.
seeing-
fat bastards.
You were talking about
stool.
Fable? Was that what you're talking about, Fable? This Fallout 3?
Ooh.
I'm like, did you just see that behind me? I don't even see where he came up. Who's talking about Fallout 3? That was my jam, dude.
Liam
My
Neeson.
life.
That's another reason I was like, he's taught fucking Batman. He's like a MacGyver. He's taught Obi-Wan Kenobi. He fucking was the dad in Fallout 3.
Oh, you're talking about Liam
Neeson's the
Neeson?
man. Yeah, Liam
Oh,
Neeson. Liam Neeson. Yeah. I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah. Oh, Liam Neeson's.
I kind of always refer to him as Liam Neeson's now. I don't know why. Like I just
Right.
the little S.
Well, for next week, I gotta say too, not next week, but the week after. I forgot. I think I'm gonna have to go to my girl's brother's wedding, and I don't know how long that's gonna take.
I have a wedding that week too.
Saturday the 20th.
Oh no. Oh, never mind. I'm
May
off.
20th?
The 29th. 29th.
Oh, so yours is the week after. And
No, the
I
21st.
might have to do the show maybe Friday night or something. So I'm gonna figure it out, and
Be great for me, bro.
that would be better for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here the other way.
Oh, you want it?
Yeah.
And I gotta send Robbie.
Better ways.
I gotta send Robbie the June list because Fable ended up changing his pick for June, and I got Steph's pick. So, and Vern, you can always send me another pick too if you want, because I know Scarpad gave me like 1 or 2 picks.
It's tough to compete with him, Scarpad.
Yo, if no one picks it, we should.
I'm getting you back. I'm
Dusk
gonna
till
get, I'm
dawn.
gonna
I
get you
really, I
back
think
from
that'd be a
May.
fun one.
Dusk till dawn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I feel like everybody does that, or I've heard somebody say that a few times. and
Dusk till
maybe-
dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We got if it's no one's pick, we
Do you
gotta.
not read the
that'd
group
be fun.
chat?
There's a lot going on in that group chat, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say but was that is that the next pick though? Is that the was?
I feel like
the
I
thing?
heard
I was
it
gonna
was
ask
coming.
what Fable changed his pick to, but I didn't want to
No.
say it on air.
That's your pick.
Dusk till dawn.
I felt like
That's what you
I'd heard you
said.
say it. No, well, you wanted
You were Dead Snow too.
Dead Snow too.
But then you changed it to Dusk Till Dawn.
I might have.
Because then all of us said we were like, we're gonna have to watch the first one. And then you're like, well, I've been dying to watch that. And I was like, dude, I'm dying. And I was like, I'll make that your pick then, because he said Poltergeist, but he changed it. So you don't want to do Dusk?
No, I mean we can,
You can
But if you
always
want to
do
see
Night.
Dead Snow 2, I want you to
Yeah.
see something you haven't seen before. Like I
Okay.
would rather.
Well,
you
we
see
can do. We
something.
can still do that. I mean, dude,
All right.
you guys are gonna get as many. Just throw shit my way, and I'll
All right.
mix it in. It's hard for me to always do it myself.
Right.
All right. Gotcha.
But you cool with that one first, then? Or
Yeah, Dead Snow 2. I'd definitely rather a movie most of us haven't seen.
Another
Then-
horror
No,
comedy.
no. I'm saying
It is a horror comedy, yes.
I'm saying, are you cool with Dusk first?
First? Yeah, if that's worked into the program and shit, yeah.
Well, because I think it will go good with then I got a Rodriguez movie this month, and then we'll have one next month, and then
Okay, hell yeah.
and then we could do Dead Snow maybe the month after.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I really don't have anything in right now for the month after, so I could put that in there.
Is that July?
Yeah.
Okay, that works. My birthday month.
Okay, perfect. We'll do that for your birthday then, brother. Yeah, so next week's pick, next Saturday, we will be doing Fade to Black, which is Robbie. For doing the Twilight Zone intro for me, he said you have to do Fade to Black.
Now,
So,
Fade to Black is the one that we've been seeing in the intro with the dude that's painting his face like in half, right? I've never seen that, but I've seen that image for years, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's in Search of Darkness.
Okay.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think Lauren Bacall's in that movie. I know you guys don't know who.
There's an older movie.
80s, right?
Okay, I don't have to
look on that and see, is Lauren Bacall in it?
Damn, when 80s is old. Don't get me wrong. When I say like older movies, I think of like 60s.
They had a slip like this or a slip like this, which this is the original movie cover, and I had to get this one because this is the one that sold out quick too.
Is that
I was a little bummed though because it came with like a little weird, like it's so black that it came with like a little weird shit like here, but it's only really able for me to see it. I don't know. It doesn't really say name.
I'm looking.
Just say.
That came out in 1980, I believe, right?
Mickey Rourke.
Oh shit.
Christopher. I'm not seeing that. Vernon Zimmerman's, who I think directed it. But yeah, it's a good one. It's about a guy who's like obsessed with movies and stuff. Eric Binford lives for the movies. Sometimes he kills for them too.
Hell yeah.
People used to laugh at Eric Binford. Now, with every performance, he knocks them dead.
Okay, yeah, that's a different movie. But yeah, I've seen that one. That's a good movie.
Nice, dude.
That's what we'll be doing next Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Fade to Black. And I believe Robbie will be making an appearance since that's his pick. I've been wanting to do it because I picked up the Blu-ray. I think it's either Blu-ray or 4K, but I think it's a Blu-ray. Yeah, it's a Blu-ray. But go for my show and tell before I say what is it. And then tomorrow, Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern, Scarpet is doing The Many Saints in New York, The Sopranos prequel movie. And then Monday night, 7:45 p.m. Eastern, he is reviewing Vesper.
Vespa.
All right, how much of a prequel is Many Saints in New York? Because you said I could watch. Can I watch it without?
Kid.
Yes,
Tony's a kid in it. You could watch it and not know anything.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Because
I haven't finished.
Yeah, you know enough if you watch the first 2 seasons that you'll know everything that's going on.
Okay,
there is one thing though that kind of will spoil the show for him. One thing,
like a flashback to. I know the death.
There's no flashbacks. There's a character who's Tony Soprano's cousin, and he says something.
He narrates the movie actually a little bit.
He narrates the movie because the movie's about his father and Christopher's father, Tony's cousin. Christopher's cousins with Tony Soprano, Jack Gandolfini, and Tony idolized Christopher's father when he was a kid, and this movie is all about Christopher's father.
Yeah.
Okay. But there is a line that he says.
Yeah. But it won't
like season 5. But I don't.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's a journey getting there, not what happens.
The show's been out for so long now. I'm not.
Yeah, because I know how it ends, and I have so I'm not. Right. Yeah.
I have no clue what Robbie's doing after though. So, but.
And don't sleep on Vespa either. That's a pretty decent movie.
Yeah.
I thought.
So yeah, make sure you check them out, and make sure you check out Blood Splatter Chatter. Just did a top 10 video with Fable the other day, so go sub him up on YouTube right now, and he's killing it. Go check him on IG. He's always posting the best freaking horror art pictures I've ever seen. I'm always stealing them from him.
Thank you, brother.
always the best, man. I love it.
I got a special guest next week. Hopefully, we're doing it on Thursday. Dylan from Dylan's Horror Show.
Yeah, I totally fucked up. My joke family is coming in Wednesday, so it's gonna be tough, but I should be able to pull it. It's just I don't know how. I see you've been doing like 2-hour shows.
I do like an hour, bro.
What's the topic you guys are doing?
You and Robbie did like 2.
That's fucking Robbie. Robbie spent 15 minutes on fucking George Romero. We're not Robbie.
An hour.
I think the one I did was only like 48 minutes.
No, we did like an hour and 6, and me and Fable did like an hour and 5. So
okay.
We'll get you in and out like a robbery.
So Scarface showed me this, and I love the one movie, Wes Anderson's 2-movie collection for like
badass. That's a steal.
Isle of Dogs and Fantastic Mr. Fox. I absolutely love Isle of Dogs, man.
Hell yeah,
dude. Can I be honest? I keep seeing all these memes that's like about like in a Wes Anderson movie, and I'm like, who the fuck is Wes Anderson?
I know.
Have you ever seen like Royal Tenenbaums or anything?
Okay, yeah.
And the one,
you gotta watch
the one with the
Isle of Dogs,
one with Bill Murray.
Moon. Oh yeah, you're just what is this? The scuba movie or Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou.
George Clooney and Meryl Streep. Bill Murray, Owen Wilson are in this one.
Wes Anderson movies, I thought okay, but a little pretentious. But I love those 2.
He's a little pretentious, but he's so visual that you can't help but.
Well, that's why he's good for those animated movies.
Yeah,
he uses a lot of the same people because I think he's related to
Owen Wilson,
Bill Murray, and Owen Wilson and shit. But I haven't seen Fantastic Mr. Fox. I saw the trailer. It looks good. It looks like it will be enjoyable.
It is.
I love this movie.
Isle of Dogs is that's
Isle of Dogs. I think Isle of Dogs is going to be better.
But the same type of humor is in Fantastic.
Scarface like we should review Mr. Fantastic Mr. Fox. I'm like we should review this.
Hell yeah!
I'm down to review them both, but I'm just like hesitant to watch that because I just know this is going to be so much better. Because I love dogs too, so this is just an awesome movie. Period.
No, when I do on the show, I'll probably do both of them at the same time because I think you can have a conversation.
Check Amazon, Rogue. Literally,
those are $9.
$9. Hell yeah, that's
you can get Isle of Dogs now for like $5, but literally 2 movies, $8.
You might as well, yeah.
A nice little box set.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
And they both come with digital codes, so it's pretty nice, man. It kind of a nice little Wes Anderson box set. Can't beat it. And I finally saw this go down to like, I think it was like $10, maybe even $8 on Amazon. And I needed it for my Arrow set. I just needed it in my collection period. So I picked up Weird Science.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure it's going to get a 4K any week now because I see it has a new restoration by Arrow Films from a 4K scan original negative.
That's a good disc.
So this is all I'm gonna need. Luckily though, I bet you they'll do like a nice ass box set. But dude, for $10, I didn't want to spend that much because when you get movies that are like that old, and this movie's always been accessible, it's like I don't want to spend $30-$40 on a box set like that when it's like this is perfect. It's got a lot of special features on it. And I love this movie. Sure. I love this movie. It's a great one. So
yeah, hell yeah.
Own it, man. Actually, I might pop it in. I pop it open. I think it has a split. Do you got any show and tell, Vern?
Yeah, I got just a couple things.
That sweet little baby.
That's a baby. You take that away from her. No, she's always playing with that.
She is always welcome for show and tell.
I got questions. Is what I got. First of all, I've already showed you May. Got that. I bought. There's like 5 movies that I'm like, I'm gonna put these on a list. If I can watch any of these before I do the sequel show with Dylan, I want to watch them. And this one I couldn't fucking find anywhere, and I've never seen Psycho 2. So I was like, whatever, $14. Picked it up. Yeah. Haven't watched it yet, but we'll find out if
Psycho 3.
Yeah, so I hear you're a big Psycho 4 fan, right? And that you
I like that? 2 and 3.
Oh, okay. 4 is the
4
beginning.
Though right? I do like 2.
All right,
I'm a major 2 and 3 fan.
This is why 4 I'm glad I really
like. 4 I like all of them. But
right.
4 is when it starts going down.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, 2 and 3, bro. Especially 3. Anthony Perkins directs that one.
Shit.
You gotta watch 3 at least.
Oh, I definitely will. Now that I have,
you should.
There's a box set that has all
you
of
probably pick up for like.
But 2 is almost on par with the first one.
That's what I hear. I mean, I hear I hear
rest
about it
not so
constantly.
much.
It's one of
Dude,
those. I need to watch.
I watched 2 and 3 more than I watched the first one.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying, as movies go, 2 is really
4 is the one that like I only throw on if I'm like trying to watch the trilogy. But normally I just watch 2 and 3. It's an
2 and 3 are
incredible
good.
double feature.
Yeah.
I love 3 so much. I almost like 3 better than 2.
Oh, yeah.
This is why I'm glad that I have you guys to
I
ask.
told you.
I would have probably
Nice.
bought the fucking steelbook to this just because I'm, I was like, oh, fuck it, I
Steelbook's
want it. It's
good.
probably the best.
That
So you guys
shit's
say it's got a shitty
garbage.
transfer.
The
Yes.
steelbook is shit.
It's
I will
dog
notice.
shit.
Well,
That-
here's a couple
that-
things.
Looks so good, Vern.
I haven't
You
watched
popped
it yet.
in?
No,
Wait,
I need
bro,
to chill
it's
on
like
Halloween.
watching
I've
it for
watched
the
it.
first time.
I
It's
watched it like
watching
3
it for the
times in
first
the
time.
past year, and I need to take a break. You know what
Take
I mean?
a break.
I'm gonna ruin the
And
movie.
wait, dude, make sure you pop in the 4K player. Oh my god, bro. It's like watching it new. I've never seen that's one of the best transfers I've ever seen.
Well,
No
that's
shit.
that's the best looking of the whole bunch of them. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I'm super
It
excited.
looks so good. Like the oranges pop so much more.
Well, I will say this though: the third movie,
all of them are
the third
incredible.
movie, which has always been crap on video, really looks good in 4K.
Really?
They did a good job in the third one.
I
Doesn't look
bought-
as good as the first one, but
Reversible art. All of them have all of them have great transfers.
Well, here's the weird thing, dude. Because I bought that. Which, first of all, I will say I noticed this one has a commentary by Dean Cundy,
Wait,
cinematographer. I don't
what?
think the
Whoa,
Blu-ray
whoa.
has
Wait,
that.
wait. Why do those look like slips?
This is okay. This is what I was gonna fucking ask. This is the cheapest slip I've ever fucking seen, and
Dude,
this
what?
part 2 is a beautiful, thick, like turtle
Yes.
shell thing.
Wait, are you
Yeah.
telling me one doesn't have that thick?
One
no, it
has-
doesn't. That's the one that went to Amazon. And
No,
they're selling.
no,
That's the one they're selling now. They've been redone.
I bought
shit.
I bought all mine from Amazon, and I'll pull them right here.
Well, yeah,
So-
but that was a limited box.
Okay,
they got
that's what I
rid
was
of
gonna
that.
ask, dude.
There
Because
was
I was
no
like, what the
limited.
fuck?
I never
Yeah.
heard no limited.
If you
because
buy them
can
now,
still buy-
Dylan, you get those thin ones.
Look
you
at
can
different
buy
like
Creep Show right now, and it's still the Creep Show Blu-ray, and you could still get the box.
different heights and shit.
Yeah, they redid them.
That's annoying as hell.
No,
It
they
is.
just probably read it. Pull out the cases. The cases are gonna be the same. You might have to try to buy like the slip box
Right. Well, that's what I'm
I'm-
gonna do. Annoyingly enough,
because I
You know
bet
what I
you
mean?
for 5, 6, and 7 or
These are the
whatever, you
same.
probably got.
it's what you know.
They're
Yeah.
Exactly. They just added a cheap ass slip on that. I'm so fucking heated right now. I'm about to
Right.
scream.
Well, that's why I was waiting to talk to you guys. I just figured like, oh, that's what they must have done. I figured they're like, well, we know we're gonna sell plenty of part 1, so we'll
I
just go
never
cheap
thought.
on it.
Dude, they never said there was limited amounts of those. They said there was limited amounts of the posters. Though, dude, if you bought Creep Show on Blu-ray right now, you would get the hard shell box. That shit never sold out, and I thought they were doing the same with that. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
You
no,
could
let's switch it
possibly
over to
try
all those
ordering
good ones.
another one of those because
Right.
I've never seen anyone get a slip like that. For
Well,
those
no, I think what it is the Halloween one sold a shitload. They ran out of the ones
Right.
with the thick things, and then when they redid them, they did them with the thin boxes.
That makes sense because it's not just like, oh, this is thinner. It's one of the thinner slip covers.
Well,
that I have.
unfortunately, you
any
got
of the
one because if you
4K?
buy a
the new 4K shouts because they're a lot thinner now.
Really?
Are those the only 2 you got?
Yeah.
Oh, see,
So
I
far,
thought
I figured out.
I thought
Yeah.
you gotta
I
try
don't
to
want to go
see about
crazy.
the other ones before the boxes sell
Well-
out. Maybe then you only need to get the probably because Halloween is obviously the most sought after.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you get the other ones quick, you might be able to get them in the hard shell, and you can just track down. Because remember, you were looking at it, I was like, those
Yeah.
are just the hard shells.
Right.
Maybe that's why some people are trying to sell the hard shells now.
Exactly. And you were
If
like,
you
why
can
are
get
they
all
trying to
the-
sell these? They all come.
What
with
is it? 6, 7, and 8. You should be able to get in a box set,
Right.
and those will come in the hard shell. And then if you can get 3, 4, and 5, which I bet you can still in the hard shell, just find a fucking hard case, and you'll have them all for the 1. Then you'd be lucky.
Dude,
Then-
there's this little like Blu-ray holder that I keep getting advertised to me because I clicked on it once. It's like $35.
Looks like a house.
It's the front of the Myers house,
Yeah.
and it fits all the movies in it.
Yeah.
But if I got that and I put it in there, that would annoy the shit out of me because this one's smaller than all the other
You gotta be
4Ks.
careful. It's on
it's like-
Facebook, and whenever I buy shit like that, and it always comes and never looks anything like what it's selling
Really,
for.
yeah, I'm a little iffy.
And my
on it.
girlfriend buys a lot of that stuff on Facebook, and she's getting hacked and shit all the time, man. Stay away.
It looks cool for how cheap.
Go to Etsy. If they have on Etsy, it's probably worth buying there.
Okay.
But they sell on Etsy a nice. It's the front of the house, the Jamie Lee Curtis house, the light where you can position them. It looks awesome. It's like $70.
So it's badass.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I'll go because now you buy anything at Shout Factory. This is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get no slipcover. It's gonna cost $29. And it's not going to have all that much on. This is Sorority House Massacre they just put out, and it's $29. I think they put them out, and then no slipcover at all. So they're starting to do away with slipcovers. Terrible. And but then you go and you buy media books from Germany or even overseas, and you get stuff like this. I mean, these are media books that got put out overseas. This is New Year's Evil I picked up, and it's actually like a book, and it's got inside it's got another book that tells you all about the movie, and these happen to be all multi-region, so you can play them. So I picked up New Year's Evil. I got this for $29.
Oh yeah,
and then
that was the same price as the last one. Oh yeah, you can see the difference in
and then Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity. This is from Full Moon, but I love this. Of course, I know why I love this jacket. Yeah.
Whoa, we're trying
Slave
to
Girls from Beyond
monetized over
Infinity.
here, bro. Put the fucking
Put
the
the glare. Wrong hand.
Quit fondling it.
Yeah, so you're covering every.
But same thing. You get the German media book.
It really did cover everything but the difference.
Germany knows that.
And this is a padded case for Street Trash, which this movie might be the burial ground. It might be close.
Trash.
It is yeah, but entertaining and very non-PC. It's the most non-PC movie I've ever seen. George Romero loved this. His quotes inside this, but even this comes with 2 discs, a whole book with artwork and all that. And that's what $29 gets.
Really nice looking.
Wow. Yeah, I like the color.
And then just finally to show you to drive that point home, I wanted to see Guardians of the Galaxy before I saw the new one today. I didn't have them on 4K. I waited. Most of the Disney stuff I did. I got this from this is a region B overseas. I think it's Britain. This is a 4K. This came in a 2-box collection of Guardians of the Galaxy 4K, both movies. In here on slips.
Nice.
And look at this outer box. It's like a Vinegar Syndrome box.
You're gonna wish you waited for
quality.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you gonna fit Volume 3 in there?
Well, that's the thing. I was thinking maybe I should wait and get Volume 3 altogether, but this was only $30. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, fuck you.
So it wasn't too bad. And then if you go on my channel, I had a haul. I found this store called Game Exchange or something like that, and he had a ton of Blu-rays, and I put up there in 4Ks. It was buy 4 get 6 free. So I bought 8 and got 12 free, and I got about 9 4Ks and 9 Blu-rays, and I did a video, and it's up on my channel, the haul I did, but I got some decent stuff there too as well. So
nice.
Hell yeah.
But that's why I'm saying if you can get overseas stuff and it plays, if it's region free, sometimes you do better over there.
Seems like it.
Steph, did you have anything, brother? I'm guessing not. But
No, sir.
yes. All right. Yeah, well, I look forward to you maybe being able to pick up a couple more of those, Vern. I'm pissed for you about that one, though.
I love that you are. I knew you would be, too. I knew you'd know what was going on.
I want to show you mine, but I don't want to get you sad.
Well, it's like what they did. It's like what they did.
You should have.
I was talking to Dylan this week about what they did with Child Play. They got the rights for Child's Play 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah,
but now they're coming out and they're giving you. The deal is you pay like $150 for all the movies, and you get a good slipcover, like an extra slipcover that looks really nice.
The original poster art,
the good ones and stuff. But they're not even giving you a box or nothing. I mean, they know that these movies people are going to want to put them in a box.
I normally buy on Amazon because they don't make me pay until it ships.
Right.
You spend $150, which I think 100. You might as well.
Plus, they do tend to be cheaper too. They
You
tend to
might
be
as well
cheaper.
get the posters and the new slips because it's the same price
Right.
at buying them off Amazon. But the only difference is you pay all the money up front and you pay 150, 160, 70 with tax or whatever. And then you got to just sit there and wait for a month or two, maybe 2 months. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude,
I mean, I want 4,
you
5,
should
6.
pay when it fucking ships. Like, I don't
Yeah.
or put $10 down, but you should not be dropping $150
Real shit.
and
something
it,
to
and it
see.
doesn't ship for 2 months. No, it's a
Yeah.
pre-order. I've never heard of pre-orders where you put the whole amount down. Anything can happen where they can't, where they fucking push it back farther. Something happens with the rights and movies
Mhm.
get canceled because there is an error with rights. I've seen that happen before, like with there was one movie, Drop Dead Fred had issues and a company was going to release it and then someone else ended up having to release it. So it's like, no, like, but it's like you can get all these posters. You can get the original movie posters and then the newly commissioned posters, which I want bad as fuck. Scarface gave me the original posters and then the newly commissioned. It'd be so dope just to have the entire movie set of posters for the original and the newly commissioned. Especially the original. So sick, man. Because
I'd love to have a
love
box.
having the original posters.
I'd love to have a box that has all the place for all the movies
Yeah.
and that Life with Chucky disc too. Put
Yeah,
that one right in there.
that would be cool.
Dude, is this
Because
you guys might have just said it,
art like they did for Jason.
Yeah.
Scarpet? I
Chucky
know you
could get a
said
dope one.
Chucky's getting a new Blu-ray collection, but is he getting a 4K collection or?
Oh yeah,
No,
it's 4K.
He's
Chucky's
getting
4K.
4K.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to be like a box set though. It's they
They're
did the
individuals.
first 3. They did Child's Play 1, 2, and 3 separate, and separate like slipcase releases last year, and now they're doing Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky,
Okay.
Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, all on 4K. So now you're going to be able to have them all, the entire collection on 4K.
Okay, I misunderstood.
Factory.
That's the one that's coming out 6/6 or whatever.
Yeah, it's like $150.
But
It comes with
instead,
extra
they're
slips and
not.
stuff.
Instead of that, just like instead of giving us like awesome, like dope cases like they did with the Halloween movies, or a dope box set like they did with the Jason, they're like
Cheap
trying
ass
to
flimsy.
spread it out so they can charge us more money instead of just charging us like $120 for a box set like they did with the Jasons.
Right. And even like the Chucky ones they put out before, those Chuckies came with an extra slip that had the cover art.
Yeah.
And those weren't thick either. Those were just like paper. So
that's their new thing.
They're just cheapening
if
up.
I buy it off Amazon, I'm getting the original poster art, and then the underneath cover is just the same. There's no reversible slip or anything. But if you buy online, you get original poster art slip, and then you get a second slip that has the newly commissioned art. Which it's like, what do you do with the other slip then? You have nothing to do.
I have them chucked on my thing.
Is there a name for this style? Like if I want to search on eBay,
it's like a clamshell.
It's
like what Vinegar Syndrome does that for all their movies. That's what Vinegar Syndrome does.
Kinda. They're a little different. It's like a little hard box clamshell maybe. But they're slacking, man. Their slips just aren't what they need to be. And on their Blu-rays, you would get a dope-ass newly commissioned slip cover, and then underneath you would get that new artwork, and then you could reverse it you get reversible art, and you could put the thing. Now they're only giving you the original art unless you buy it online, and that's if they decide. And they're charging you more money to get that newly commissioned art, and then it's like, well, now I have 2 slips. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Exactly.
Some people I notice buy them twice just because they have nothing to do with the slip.
Well, that's crazy.
Or they sell, but it's like no one's gonna buy. If you put the newly commissioned slip on there, that's what people will want because that's gonna be what they want to get because you have to buy it online. The original poster art you can buy on Amazon anywhere. It's like I don't know, but I want to get the set so bad because I bought the first 3, so. I don't know.
I know, dude.
I don't want to drop 150 on.
I know, dude. That's how my mind works. It's like, dude, I don't buy one because now I know I have to get all that. But I already own all of them on Blu-ray.
I didn't know if they were gonna do the rest of them. They were making it seem like they were only doing the first 3, like cool, because it's different companies as they got like.
I say only get the 4Ks on stuff that you really really like.
But I gotta get them to finish the collection, and after I like pre-order them on Amazon. I'm looking, I'm like, dude, I'm spending the same much, and I could probably just get the exclusive slips and all the posters. I could get 8 posters with it. You would get 4 of the original poster arts and then 4 of the new exclusive poster arts, which would be awesome, dude. Because I'm trying to get the posters all in the room and then move them around and from time to time. So I'm trying to get a lot of cool.
Did you get a poster with your Halloween too? I know this is going forever, but or no? Is that Halloween
The
2 you
posters-
have that came with this shit?
Only if you bought the deluxe.
You have to buy it
package.
online.
All right,
You have to buy it directly from Scream Factory
Gotcha.
or Shout Factory.
Or get them sent to you from Scarpad. Which I
Yeah. That is very true. That's why I'm praying he buys that Chucky box set.
I'm staying strong, man.
I'll get you. I'll get you.
Staying strong.
Why would you spend the same amount of money on Amazon when you could just buy?
No, well, it'll be a little bit cheap on Amazon for just the 3 movies.
And give them to me.
Make
a young man happy.
My walls are covered with shit. I got no room for
It's a win-win.
You get to look at them.
It's a win-win.
You know what I might do though. Seriously, I hate to say this, but I might have to start saying some stuff to the link because look at him. There's nothing back there.
Isn't that his
Now,
style?
granted, he's in a.
Hey, I'm not a horror aficionado.
He's in a
You got
closet.
some
I
Marvel
understand that, but
posters
put
for
something on
him?
the
You gonna?
fucking
Yeah, I was
wall,
gonna say if you say you might send me some horror posters
like-
and they might sit here off screen. You
That's
send me some
what I'm
Marvel
saying.
shit though, maybe.
You're gonna
the
waste
horror
the
shit
horror
is
stuff,
dope.
and he's not even gonna put it up. At least I'm putting
There's
it
not
up.
even one
Wow,
thing.
that hurts my feelings.
There's not even one
Find
thing
him
on
some
my wall.
Marvel
Because he's an
posters.
adult. We're fucking children.
Once
At
they
least
start
read
having
the
heavy
room.
28 days later memorabilia, then
At
I'll
least-
start
At
displaying
least
it
read the
everywhere.
room,
Right?
Scarpad. Give him
Steph,
something that he
I will
likes,
give you right
at
now.
least.
I'll give you anything I have. No, I won't do this because you'll do it.
Anything, nigga.
I will give you $10 right
Yeah.
now if you stick a fucking tack in your wall back. Take a black tack and stick it in that wall right there next to that light, and I will give you $10.
Black tech.
I don't care.
I don't have a black tack.
All right.
I don't. I would take the $10 though.
But also, Steph isn't gonna always be at that place. He's gonna go
Very
to
true.
that spot
He is.
eventually. So he probably doesn't want to fuck up the
Get
wall.
too settled,
you know what I
settled
mean?
in.
You can get you don't want to get too settled in. Plus,
Well, I don't know. I mean,
the walls, you never know.
do they charge you for an extra week at the Motel 6 if you stick something in the wall? Come on.
They might.
Just for black tax.
Now, is that room you're in?
Yeah.
You pay daily for that
Right.
room link, or are you there? You pay it by the week?
So you're telling
Oh,
me
it's not
you
a
would buy
motel.
those
But
Chucky posters and send them to Steph to spite me like that when you know I need to complete.
yeah, I didn't
that?
ask for
I
Chucky
understand
posters,
poor
bro.
Steph,
Steph would
anything,
end up
look,
just
his walls
sending
are
them to
dull
me.
there.
Yeah,
Steph
true
would be
facts.
like, dude,
All
Honestly,
three of us.
these,
Look
I
how
ain't
you know,
gonna
Dylan,
do it.
I'm not
Look at
gonna
Bruno,
use
look at
these.
me,
I'm gonna send them
look
to a
at
good
you.
forever
Look
home.
how much
And then you're just
Cesaro
making
walls
Steph pay more
already.
money in shipping
Look,
that he doesn't have.
Link
Didn't
Link has
need to do.
nothing to say. I'm Link.
What's
Not
going
horror
on?
wise. Not horror wise.
What's
Yet.
going on?
Like I said, you find some good 28 days later shit, send away.
Are you
Until
gonna put
then,
it up? Will you tack it on? That
Yeah.
wall?
In
yeah, I'll give
January,
you one
wait till-
one tack,
One tack. It'll be
one
hanging
black
like
tack.
this.
It's gonna be lopsided.
You would put it
It'll
in
be
here though,
there.
or the new house.
No, you have to put it right there.
I put it right there. It's one little hole, you know.
Spackle
No,
on
I
that.
put tape. Tape, come on now.
I figured you'd rather have Marvel or DC stuff in it.
I am more comic superhero oriented, but
I'm being summoned, gentlemen. I'm being
All right,
told
well,
my
hey,
time is up.
no worries. We're wrapping it up anyways, y'all. As always, man, Sunday night, Many Saints in Newark, 10 p.m. Eastern, Scarpads. Monday night, 7:45 p.m. Eastern, Vesper. I don't know what Robbie's doing right after, but he'll be going right after 9 p.m. Eastern. And next Saturday, we're doing, what the hell is it?
Fade to Black.
Fade to black.
Fade to Black.
The
Fade to
Metallica
Black.
song. We're
7:30
reviewing the
p.m.
Metallica
Eastern.
song.
And can I just pimp that? I think sometime toward the end of the week there may be a show with me and Link from an undisclosed location.
Oh my goodness.
Where we're going to be looking and
That's
talking
scary.
about the Black Science comic. It's going to be
Oh really?
Well, I also want to
it's
try
a,
to
it'll
maybe
be
a
the
couple
it'll
of you
be the
guys.
premiere of our new show, Link and Scarpad.
Oh, I see. So now you got a new show with Steph, and you're gonna send him all the posters. That's how it is. That's how it is.
I'm sending it to you, Dylan. Don't
That's how
worry.
it is. That's
So-
good. Steph's a real one.
So look for that maybe toward the end of the week. It will not be live, but you can
He's
still
like, I'm
put stuff
keeping
in
that
there.
28 days one though.
Yeah, 20 days. That will slide.
I was just so okay, and then we should maybe do a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 review at
That
some
would be
point,
dope.
maybe like 45-minute
Yeah.
review.
Well, once everybody what sees it, yeah.
Well, yeah, of course, we'll talk about it, and yeah, and then me and Vern will be doing top 10 favorite sequels next week.
Dun.
This Thursday or next Thursday.
Hopefully this Thursday, brother. Hopefully that's the plan.
Oh yeah, that we're gonna have to figure out Guardians then. But yeah, love y'all, man. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see y'all later, man. Peace out. Thanks for hanging.
Thank you.